In this video today, we're going to go over all of the colors of the Posca pens. There are 65 colors available. Did you know that? I had no idea. And when I started researching this, I wanted to do a video on the 16 colors that I had at the time. And I thought, oh, that's all the colors they have. And then the more research I did, I went online and I started looking around. I saw that there was 65 colors. And I made it my goal to get all of those. So it took a few months, but I have all of them now. In this video today, we're going to swatch all the Posca color markers on dark and light paper. I'm going to show you how to activate them, and we're going to look at all the different nib sizes so you can know which nibs to get. Let me give you a spoiler. The colors don't come in all of the different nib sizes, and there's 8. And then I'm going to kind of show you just a few little intricacies about these markers so that you will kind of know what to look for when you're buying them. Poscas have really good properties for opacity. They're good on any surfaces: wood, fabric, glass, the wall if you wanted to paint your wall with them. They're light fast because they're pigment based. They will scratch off, so if you use it on a surface, you will probably want to put a varnish on that so that way it will stay in place. You can use them on paper. They do pill a little on paper because the nibs are really rough, but if you are not super heavy-handed, then they'll be good. You can blend them off-site in a tray and make different colors. There's a lot of possibility with these colors. They come in super bright, bold, saturated colors, and they're super pretty, and I loved using these, and I am so excited to use these this year and show them to you guys. Posca markers are used, so many artists use these all the time. A lot of people use them for embellishment. I did it on this 2023 design that I did. I used some of my Poscas for embellishment with the Korean Deco brush markers that are water-based. So there's so many things. People love to use the white after they've colored coloring pages, just to add little extra effects with the white. There's so many different uses for Posca, and Posca you can draw on rocks. They're just kind of the gold standard for paint markers. I'm Jenny from Jenny's Crayon Collection. I help you guys find the coolest art supplies, and this year I'm going to start introducing something new. Anyone can be an artist. You can be an artist. I can be an artist. And this is something that I've kind of struggled with. Like, I've always loved colors, but I don't always label myself as an artist. But I want you guys to be able to label yourself as an artist no matter where you're at. Like, if you're here or here, we're all at some different points, but we're all, if you're getting better over time, you are an artist. If you make things that you like to look at, that you appreciate, that other people appreciate, you are an artist. So make sure, I really want to emphasize that this year. I want you guys to all see that you can be artists. I want to help you guys find the best art supplies so you can be the best artists. So you can know what to buy so you don't waste your money and you can have a lot of fun. And I just got a haircut. Do you guys like it? It's like always the day after a haircut, I'm like, oh, is it, do I like it? Do I like it? But my husband's like, oh, I love your hair straight. So anyway, yeah. Here is our every Posca marker color worksheet right here that we are going to fill in. We're going to start with a swatch chart today because why not? I'm going to put this a little bit faster than when I actually did it. I don't know. Do you guys like seeing it real time or do you like seeing it fast? Let me know. But we're going to go through all the colors. I'm kind of showing you what the color is as it goes through. I chose to do circles on here just because when you're doing a marker, it's nice to fill it in like that. Look at that huge marker. That was really hard to get with inside the lines. You can also see some of the pilling on the paper, especially in that light green. Posca markers just pill on paper is kind of what happens. You can practice and try not to put down as much, but then it happens. Okay, another big marker, turquoise. That looks better than the fluorescent green. But I decided to put like all the colors together, like the greens and the blues, and not keep the glitter and the metallic separate, just because then you can get an idea for all the different colors that are on the page and that are available. There are so many pretty colors. this was like such a treat to do because I didn't realize there were so many colors, and to be able to have them all and to be able to use them this year and show them to you. Let me know what fun projects you want me to do with these, because I will go and I will try and just have a lot of fun. My kids, I gave some to my daughter for Christmas, the glitter ones, and she loves them. So here I am just filling out more of these. We're starting to get in the purples. You can see a little peeling of that paper on the lilac. One thing you'll notice is that the glitter ones, they have the same number as the regular Posca, which is kind of not as nice because you want to be able to differentiate the number. And if it doesn't have a different number, like even a G, you know, in front of the, like some of the metallic has an M in front of it, but the glitter doesn't. So it makes it a little bit harder to tell when you're looking just at the number if it is a metallic or not. You really know it's a metallic if it has the metal specs on it. I mean, actually glitter, sorry. You know if it's glitter if it has like the glitter specs on it. And you can see beige peeled a little bit there. I haven't activated that one. I'm going to have to go activate that one. And I'm going to show you later how to activate these. You can see right here, you just push down on it, you shake on it, and you push down. But I will show you in detail how to do that later. I have a lot of things coming for you. You guys will know the ins and outs. You'll notice that these are not all the same size. It's because you can't get them all in the same size, which is very unfortunate. I wish there was a way, but there are some that come in a lot of colors, almost all of the colors, but not all of the colors. And I wonder, it's sometimes the reason they do that is because when they're selling to stores will actually choose what they carry on their floor. And so if you're looking at a catalog and the store doesn't want to carry that, or they think, hey, no one's gonna buy 50 Posca markers, we'll just sell them in packs of 16 or by themselves. That's probably what they're doing right there, is a little bit of what's available for some of these some of the markers and such, or you know, just art supplies in general, is because a store picked them up. When a company sells on Amazon, they have a little bit more, or on their own website, they have a little bit more wiggle room, but still they don't want to make a 65 pack. Sharpie recently did that, just barely, but they're not going to want to make a 65 pack if it's not going to sell, if it's just going to sit on their shelves and dry out, especially with markers, because markers can dry out and people can get the markers and then they buy them and they're dried out and then they return them and they have to damage them, and so it's just kind of a waste of money for everyone in general. So here I am. I turned the paper sideways because I didn't want, another one that's not activated. I didn't want to get the bottom of the paper, like I didn't want my hand to smudge the bottom of the paper, so that's why I turned it sideways. I'm just getting all the colors. I was actually missing 2 of the colors. I had to go and get them. I was going to drive to get them, but my daughter got sick, so I ordered from Blick, and Blick is amazing. They are super fast. How did I miss so many activating them? But Blick is super fast, and it got me the markers before I could drive down there, and I was super grateful because I could have all the markers in hand to do this for you. I'm going over light pink again, and you can see it's peeling again. Another really big marker right here with the fluorescent light orange. We got apricot coming up. The chart is starting to look finished. The colors are so pretty and vibrant. Look at that fuchsia, it's just really deep. You can also soften these up by mixing them with white. You can mix them like in a dish to the side. You could, why am I not in focus on that one? So this is yellow, glitter yellow. And you can mix them in a dish to the side. They'll mix like regular paint wood and fluorescent yellow. That one is super bright. So you can make them a little less saturated and more pastel-like, but they do have a good range of pastel colors, which is great. Look at that glitter green. The green, the glitters and the metallics and the greens, like the regular colors, they're all slightly different. And here's ivory that I just got in sky blue. So now my chart is complete. I'm so excited. Now we're going to go to the black paper. I'm going to start, this is actually navy blue paper. I got navy blue paper because I was out of black paper, so I will have to buy some more black paper. But I am making circles on my own and I am writing them. I am missing one of the grays, the slate grays. I will be able to find it later, but I'm writing freehand. You can already see that I'm not doing a very straight line job here, but they look super great. The Posca markers have a great opacity on dark colors, and you can really see that here. There were just a few that did not show up very well. You can see, I think it's metallic red, glitter red. Some of the glitters didn't show up as well, and some of the colors that were like the same color as the paper. So it'd be interesting to go back and see if some of the colors, like if they would color better, if it was like on an orange, would that navy blue look really good on an orange? So maybe I'll have to try that out and see. Now look, I am running out of room on the bottom. I only have room for one more line, so my colors are super small, so I should do this again. Here are 2 pages, one on light and one on dark. You can really tell that I need to use lines on these ones because it does not look as nice. And they started to get squished together and not as much space at the bottom, but that's okay because we get the idea. We see that there are a lot that are opaque. There are some that are darker, like navy blue, Prussian blue, black, of course, slate gray that blends in. If it was on black paper, I don't know if slate gray would blend in as much, but that's kind of more the color of the paper. And then we have our dark brown, and khaki really blends in. You don't really see khaki that well, but we have a lot of colors that are really opaque. So this would give you an idea if you're using these on different materials. You could also try like a different color paper, you know, or like a red paper or a yellow paper, and kind of see how some of these colors would look, see what they would look like on different surfaces, on different fabrics. But I think these all turned out really good. This paper seemed to be a little bit better, a little less rough than this paper, but we really see all the colors. Paper's not like the ideal. You can use it on paper, but you will get some, what is it called? Fraying of the paper when you do this because the tips are so hard. But we have our complete color list for all of the Poscas. I'm really excited to have this. To me, it was better than just putting a video out that had all 16 colors. That I had all the colors, and I'm really excited to use these and to have this full color palette to be able to use at my will and be able to have fun with. I really like the glitters and the metallics. They turned out really nice. The glitters on here didn't do quite as much, but you could really use them in combination with other colors. Sometimes I wish they had like a clear violet, clear glitter color, because then you could just apply glitter to whatever color you want. But anyway, these are the markers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this page available, and then I will also do a page, a packet this next month that will have like all the metallics, all the glitters, and all the different packs that you can get, so you can swatch those according to the different packs that you have. So be on the lookout for that. It'll be available to members, or you can buy it individually. Let me know what you think. Do you like them better on the dark paper or the light paper? Which colors were your favorite? Are you going to go pick up any of these? One of the most important things that you have to do to these markers is to activate them. And to activate them, you shake them up, and you want to shake them probably, you know, every so often that you use them, because then the pigment separates, and so with the solution, and then you can make sure it gets back together and you get a good draw every time with them. And to activate them, you just press the tip down. It's super easy. And I like that way more so than it not being that way, because then if it's not working, you can push it down. Believe it or not, this activation process took like an hour. So I did a TikTok live. I've done a few YouTube lives, but I did a TikTok live showing, and people seem to like it. But I have made this 30 seconds for you guys today. I just wanted to throw in here because I thought it was a lot of fun just going through and seeing all these activated coming from nothing. Like, it's just such a fun, magical process for me. The activation of the Poscas. they say to, if they're not working, you can put water with them, any markers like that, and just kind of clean it off a little, and hopefully, like, if anything's stuck, it will come off and you'll be able to use it again. The brush is a little bit different. Most of the times it's the nib that you push down on, but the brush actually has a button on the back that you push to activate it, which is kind of cool because I have some brush markers from Korean and there's no way to do that, and I've noticed they dry up a little, and those come in so many cool colors and are so pretty, but if they're drying up, then it's hard to use them. But these have the activator on the end for the brush, so hopefully that doesn't happen. One of the #1 questions I have gotten asked since I have told people I started doing this is, how did you get them all? Well, that is a little difficult. To answer that question, I got most of mine on Blick, but not all of them because they're not all available there. There's not one place in the US that sells all of these markers, which makes it really extremely difficult to get them. I got mine from Joann, Blick, and Jerry's. They're also available at Amazon and Michael's, Walmart, Target, but they're all different sizes. It just depends what the store wants to carry. Can you get all the colors in one tip? The answer is no. They have not made all of the tips available in certain sizes, so you have to get different tips to get all the colors. I was able to grab this all white Posca pen set from Blick Art Materials. It was on back order forever, and so finally one day I just ordered it, and I was like, well, whenever it gets back in order, I will get it. And it has all of the different sizes available. The different sizes are PC-1M, and that's 0.7 millimeters, PC-1MR, and that's 0.7 millimeters. And the difference between these two is one of them is a felt tip and the other one has metal, and then it has a little tip. Then we have the PCF-350, and it's 1 to 10 millimeters. That's the brush. Then we have PC-3M, 0.9 to 1.3 millimeters, and that's the bullet tip. PC-5M, 1.8 to 2.5 millimeters bullet tip. PC-7M, 4.5 to 5.5 millimeters. PC-8K, 8 millimeters, and then finally we have PC-17K, which is 15 millimeters. This one is huge. That one is huge. All the colors are pretty much sold individually. Almost every color. There are some colors like apricot, which I can find individually, and I had to buy in a pack. So they have the soft colors pack, they have the dark colors pack. Dark colors pack, you can't get on Blick. I could only get it at Jerry's and like Joann. You can get the metallic separately, you can get them together, you can get the glitter separate, or you can get them together. It's very interesting how all these colors come, but there are some colors that you can only get individually. So the most economical way is to buy a pack of colors, because the average price for the colors was around $260, and if you're getting them by themselves, it's anywhere from like $310 to $340 for the bullet tips. It's really more economical to get them in packages, but that you can't always do that. And sometimes when you buy a package, if I bought the 16 package of the bullet tips in the, I think it's the 5M that I bought, if you buy the soft colors, light blue gets repeated, and then white gets repeated all the time. So you will get repeats of colors by buying the packaging. You can't just buy 5 packages to get all the colors, and they're all different sizes. So let's go over how many colors are available in each size and how much it would cost to get every Posca marker out there. Before I tell you how many colors are in each size, I'm going to say that this is in the US. If you go on the Posca website, every single country has different colors available. They have different sizes of colors available. It's so confusing, and sometimes the colors are even differently named. Like in the UK, blue is dark blue, and that makes it even more confusing. But one thing that can help is that there is a color number listed on the marker. The Japanese markers don't have this number, at least that I can read. They might be in Japanese. So, but if you get any from a different part of the world, you can compare the color marker number. So these are going to be the US sizes. If you see different sizes in your country, let me know and I can add them to the list and maybe find them. We'll see. On the Posca marker, you're going to find the name of the marker. You're going to find a color number, and this is if it's in English. And then you're going to see the size. For example, PC-3M, the marker size. What you're not going to see on there is that is extra fine. So some places will sell this as extra fine, and you have to know that extra fine means 1M, which can also be confusing. They're listed sometimes by tip size also. So 1M can also be 0.7 to 1 millimeter or extra fine. So it has like 3 different descriptive names that it can be. So when you're looking to buy these, make sure you're looking for all 3 of those, specifically if you want a certain size. Otherwise you might end up with the wrong size if you're buying it online. Some of the tips, look at that. Some of the lids have the color of the marker and some of them don't. So you're going to really want to look at this tip and then at the name down here. PCF-350 1 to 10 millimeters brush comes in 2 colors. PC-1MR 0.7 millimeters ultra fine comes in 22 colors. And that's including the UK. I was able to get those, I think, so I might be able to have them, but it's only available 16 in the US. But you can get them also on Amazon in the US. So that's why I say 22 on that one. PC-1M 0.7 to 1 millimeter extra fine is available in 22 colors US. In England, it might be available in 29, but you'll have to let me know. There were some colors that I could not find in the US that were available in the UK. PC-3M, PC-3ML, 0.9 to 1.3 millimeters, the fine, comes in 40 colors in the US. It could come in 45 colors in the UK. You'll have to let me know on that one too. PC-5M, 1.8 to 2.5 millimeters, or medium, comes in 49 different colors. PC-7M, 4.5 to 5.5 millimeters, bold, comes in 16 colors. PC-8K, 8 millimeter, bold, comes in 35 colors. PC-17K, 15 millimeters, extra bold, comes in 10 colors. And the Posca website is a little inaccurate. It says there's 55 colors when there's really 65. So I feel like the information is all over the place with this. It's really hard to know. But my estimate, if you were going to get all of these pens, every single size, all the colors, is you'd spend like $800 to $900. To get every color, it's going to be like $160 to $200, depending on if you get them on sale and where you get them from. I got a lot of them from Blick. They were having a sale. You can get them from Michael's. You can get them from Joann's. And I will leave the links to Michael's and to Blick below so you guys can get those from there and hopefully get your collection up. The other problem I ran into is when I was buying these, one of the places I bought them from was Jerry's, and they didn't have them in stock. So you might run into the problem that they might not be in stock. And instead of telling me, and I had specifically bought like $50 worth of stuff to get these markers so I could get free shipping, they just didn't send them. Then I called back, they're like, oh yeah, they're out of stock. I'm like, well, that doesn't help me. Then I had to buy them from Joann's, and I had to pay shipping at Joann's because there was nothing that I wanted. And that ended up being $30 instead of $19 or $16. So it really depends on where you get them, and sometimes they won't be in stock. And then another problem I ran into is when I got sent the wrong color from Blick, but they really worked fast and they sent me the right color like within a day or two. Blick has really awesome shipping. And then I also went through and I realized I didn't have 2 colors because it was kind of confusing buying all these packs, buying them individually to make sure I had the right colors. So I did have to buy 2 individually, and then I had to spend more money to get free shipping. Michael's has them in store individually, so you can also go that route if your Michael's carries them. But my local Michael's did not, so I would have had to drive over an hour to get these, and it wasn't really worth it for 2 colors. So it can be kind of hard to get all the colors, but if you get all the colors, you're going to be in luck because you will have them. The other random thing that I found is I went to the English website of Posca, not realizing, I thought it was just in English. And then I was like trying to print off all my colors, and then I realized there were different color names over there. So if you're in England, let me know. I did not have Bordeaux, Sea Green, Glacier Blue, which Glacier Blue I might get, so that one might be okay. Dark Green, Glitter Dark Blue, and Dark Orange. These could be similar names to the US, or they could be entirely different colors. So if you have those colors over there, let me know and I will try to find them to add them to the collection. I hope you guys liked this video. Did you like them drawing better on dark or light paper? Do you have a favorite color? I know I do. I am so excited to use these in all the palettes. One of the problems I'm going to run into is how to store them. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. I do have some, the Crafter's Companion that I got for Sharpies, that it's not quite big enough. The holes aren't quite big enough for the big Poscas, but to a certain size, they're okay. So I might try it for that. So let me know if you have any good storage solutions, because I'd love to display these in color order so I can just grab them and go. Hope you guys like this video. We'll see you in the next one.